CarHelpout.com. It's the convenience.
Imagine this. You're stepping onto the car lot. Wide rows of cars, the lot before you. The sun glints off rows and rows of polished metal and glass. Each car is a promise of freedom. Each car represents new beginnings. But then you feel it. The friendly wave from a salesperson feels less like a welcome. This isn't just a showroom. It's an arena. This place is designed to make you feel rushed, to make you feel pressured. This is the universal car buying experience. The pressure is intentional. It's a carefully crafted environment. The fast-talking salesperson, the endless stream of questions, the mysterious manager in the back room who holds all the cards. You are there to buy a car, a simple transaction. But it feels like a psychological battle. You worry about looking foolish. You worry about being taken advantage of. You worry about buyer's remorse the moment you drive off. But what if the key to winning isn't knowing more about cars than the salesperson? It's not about being aggressive or confrontational. It's about being smarter. What if you could walk in without dread, with quiet, unshakable confidence? That's exactly what we'll do today. Over the next 17 minutes, I'll give you 10 specific social skills. Many car buying guides focus on tactics. They tell you to never pay the sticker price, negotiate the trade-in separately secure financing beforehand. These are good pieces of advice, but incomplete. Like giving a soldier a rifle without teaching them how to aim or how to stay calm under fire. Tactics alone often fail. The dealership experience is designed to bypass your rational brain. It's engineered to trigger emotional responses: excitement, fatigue, impatience, fear. If you're struggling to come up with cash for an emergency auto repair, you're not alone. That's why Auto Car Repair Loans offer a convenient way to gain quick access to the money you need when an emergency pops up. With loans up to $2,500 to $5,000. Visit carhelpout.com/repair loan to get started today. Don't forget, if you ever need to sell your house fast and as-is condition anywhere in the U.S., either to stop foreclosure, avoid county tax auction, or unwanted house, go to boracina.com/car helpout and get a relief under house burden. Don't forget, if your local small business or good service website needs more traffic exposure from Google, Yahoo, Bing, and other search engines, go to carhelpout.com/SEO. They can help you when it comes to local SEO and online digital marketing service consulting. When emotions run high, your tactics can fly out the window, leaving you vulnerable. This is why social skills are your secret weapon. Social skills are about understanding and influencing the human element. Car salespeople are masters of social dynamics. They build rapport quickly, read your body language, create a sense of urgency. They use these skills to push you toward their goal, selling at max profit. To level the field, don't become a manipulator. Become aware. Learn to manage your emotions, understand the person across from you, and communicate with quiet authority. Play chess, not checkers. A tactic is a move. A social skill is what makes that move work. Active listening reveals what the salesperson isn't saying. Setting firm boundaries lets you refuse add-ons without hostility. These skills build a foundation of confidence no pitch can easily break. You become an active participant, co-creating the outcome. In this guide, we'll set a new tone for buying a car. Be calm, friendly, unshakably confident. No yelling, no storming out, no aggressive posturing. Instead, purposeful questions, intentional silence, and a clear understanding of the game being played. True power isn't loudness. It's composure and observation. You'll learn the art of getting what you want by being the most skilled in the conversation. Let's begin. Our first foundational skill is the most overlooked yet the most powerful: active listening. active listening. Most of us think of listening as simply waiting for our turn to speak. We're so busy formulating our next response and our counteroffer, our argument, that we miss the crucial information being given to us freely. Active listening is different. It's a conscious effort to hear not only the words another person is saying, but more importantly, the complete message being communicated. In the high-pressure environment of a car dealership, this skill is your superpower. It allows you to tune in to a different frequency, the salesperson's true priorities, their constraints, and their motivations. It's the key to unlocking the hidden story behind the sales pitch. When you actively listen, you are not just a passive recipient of information. You are a detective gathering clues. Pay attention to the specific words the salesperson chooses. Do they talk more about the dealership's monthly target or your needs for a family car? Do they emphasize the unbeatable deal or the car's safety features?
We're really trying to hit a goal this weekend. For example, if you hear phrases like, "We're really trying to hit a goal this weekend,"
or, "My manager will only approve this for the next hour," you've just learned that their urgency is based on internal pressure, not on your unique opportunity. Let's talk about a quick practice drill. The next time you're in any conversation, not just at a dealership, try this. Nice. After the other person finishes speaking, mentally summarize their main point in one sentence before you say anything. This simple act forces your brain to process what was said rather than just reacting to it. In the dealership, this looks like the salesperson saying, "This model has all the latest tech, a panoramic sunroof, and the premium sound system." Instead of immediately thinking about the cost, you process it. Okay, he's leading with the expensive high-margin features. This small pause, this moment of internal processing, is the heart of active listening. It keeps you from being swept away by the current of their sales script. Ultimately, active listening is about shifting your focus from "what am I going to say" to "what are they really telling me?" You're learning where their pressure points are, what matters most to them, and what information they are choosing to highlight or omit. This skill alone can save you from being rushed into a decision you'll regret. It lays the groundwork for every other skill we'll discuss, turning you from a target into an observer and putting you firmly in a position of quiet control from the very first conversation. Section 2. Skill 2. Once you've mastered listening, the next foundational skill is asking the right questions. If listening is how you gather intelligence, then asking questions is how you direct the flow of information.
What's the best price? Most buyers ask predictable questions that salespeople have rehearsed answers for. What's the best price? Can you go any lower? These questions invite a scripted response and keep the salesperson in control.
The right questions, however, are different, open-ended, neutral, designed to make the salesperson think, reveal information, move away from their script. They help you uncover the full picture, not just the polished version presented to you.
What factors went into determining the price for this vehicle? The first type of powerful question is the open-ended question. These can't be answered with a simple yes or no. Instead of asking, "Is this the final price?" try asking, "What factors went into determining the price for this vehicle?"
This question encourages a more detailed explanation. Dealership fees, reconditioning costs, market adjustments.
What are the most common maintenance items I should anticipate with this model over the next 5 years? Could you walk me through each of the line items on this invoice? I just want to make sure I understand what each charge is for.
This non-confrontational approach makes the salesperson your guide rather than your adversary. It forces them to justify each fee, and you will often find that some charges are softer than others and can be negotiated or removed when brought into the light calmly. Applying this to the car buying process, before you even step on the lot, write down 5 open-ended questions you want to ask about the car, the price, the process. Questions like, how did the dealership acquire this particular used car? Aside from the price, what is the most flexible part of this deal? Asking these questions positions you as a thoughtful, serious buyer, not just another customer to be processed. It changes the dynamic from a sales pitch into a consultation. The third foundational skill is learning to observe and read body language, both the salesperson's and your own. A huge portion of human communication is nonverbal. While you're actively listening and asking smart questions, your eyes should gather another layer of data. Is the salesperson making steady eye contact, or are their eyes darting around? Do they lean in with genuine interest, or stand rigidly with their arms crossed, waiting to deliver their next line?
This is our absolute best and final offer. Visual incongruence. Pay attention to incongruence, words not matching body language.
Or shifting their weight from foot to foot. Classic signs of discomfort or low conviction, not necessarily lying, but likely a negotiating tactic, not a hard limit. If you notice this, there's probably more room to negotiate. Equally important, be aware of your own body language. Salespeople are trained to read you. If you sit slumped in your chair or sigh in frustration or glance at your watch impatiently, you're signaling weakening resolve. They'll double down on pressure. Conversely, stay calm, open, and confident. Sit upright. Keep your hands relaxed and visible. Make steady eye contact and nod to show you are listening. This projects control, patience, and resistance to pressure. Practice this drill. Poker face awareness. At any retail store, notice your reactions when a salesperson approaches. Do you tense up? Do you avoid eye contact? Consciously keep a relaxed, neutral posture and calm expression. This practice will pay off at the dealership. Control your nonverbal signals. Don't reveal your budget, your timeline, or your emotional state. You become unreadable. Reading them while controlling your signals keeps your negotiating advantage. These first 3 skills: active listening, asking the right questions, reading the room, are not isolated tricks. They are a cohesive set of foundational abilities that work together to create a powerful synergy. Think of them as a 3-legged stool. If one leg is missing, the entire structure becomes unstable. Without active listening, your questions will be directionless. Without asking the right questions, you won't generate the verbal and non-verbal responses you need to observe. And without observing body language, you'll only get half the story, missing the crucial subtext behind the words.
It's a one-owner vehicle, and it's in perfect condition.
That's great to hear. Could you tell me a bit more about what your reconditioning process involves to get it to this condition?
This open-ended, non-confrontational question invites a detailed response rather than a simple confirmation. It's a request for a story, not an argument. As the salesperson answers, your observation skill takes over. While they explain the multi-point inspection, you notice they don't make eye contact when they mention the tires and brakes.
Thanks for explaining that. Could we look at the specific report for this car? I'd just like to see the measurements for the tire tread depth and brake pad life for my own peace of mind.
You've gone from a vague claim of perfect condition to a specific data-driven inquiry. This entire exchange took less than a minute, yet you have completely shifted the dynamic. You didn't argue, you didn't accuse, and you didn't create tension. You simply listened, asked a clarifying question, observed the response, and then used that information to ask a more specific, powerful question. This is the foundation in action. You are guiding the conversation with surgical precision, all while maintaining a friendly and inquisitive demeanor. You are gathering the facts you need to make a smart decision, and you are signaling to the salesperson that you are a savvy, attentive buyer who can't be misled by vague assurances. This is how you build your fortress of confidence, brick by brick. Now that we have our foundation, we move into Act 2, influence and boundaries. Our fourth skill is building rapport. This might sound counterintuitive. Salespeople are trained to build rapport with you, so why would you do it back? When they see it as their technique, it's a tool of influence against you. When you initiate it, you turn it into a tool of connection and control. Building genuine rapport isn't about being overly friendly or oversharing. It's about creating a moment of authentic human connection. Start with simple, genuine observations. Maybe you notice a photo on their desk.
Is that your dog in the photo? He looks like a great companion.
If no personal detail exists, use the shared situation. You must walk miles across this lot every day. I'm tired just from looking at all these cars. That creates a small, we're in this together feeling and fosters goodwill. Building rapport pays dividends later. When you set a boundary or make a firm offer, it lands differently with a positive connection. A firm no from a friendly, respectful person reads as fact, not aggression. It turns conversation collaborative instead of adversarial. Salespeople are people. They prefer deals with people they feel good about. Invest a few minutes in a real connection. You're not just being nice. You're shaping the interaction toward a fairer deal. Our fifth skill, mirroring and labeling. Mirroring and labeling is a sophisticated communication technique used by hostage negotiators and therapists, and it's incredibly effective in a car negotiation. Mirroring is repeating the last few words someone said. For instance, the salesperson says, "The manager is only going to keep this price on the table for today." You can simply respond, "For today." That echo prompts them to expand, without you having to challenge it directly. They might say, "Yeah, we have a weekend sales event starting tomorrow with different incentives." Now you have crucial information. Labeling works hand in hand with mirroring. You put a name to the emotion or dynamic you observe. Example, salesperson brings a high offer and is talking very fast. You calmly say, "It seems like there's a lot of pressure to get this deal done quickly." Notice the phrasing. You're not saying you are pressuring me. You're labeling the situation. This lets them agree and explain why, or back off. Combining these is the key. Salesperson, this offer includes our Platinum Protection Package, which everyone gets. You mirror. Kirkos, which everyone gets. They will likely explain why. Then you label, "It feels like this package isn't really optional." This combination is a gentle but firm way of controlling the conversation. You highlight the unspoken parts of the negotiation. You bring them into the open. It makes it hard for the salesperson to rely on assumptions or steamroll you with their process. You demonstrate, calmly and coolly, that you're paying close attention to every detail. Section 3, Skill 6, drawing your line in the sand. With rapport established and the conversation under your guidance, we arrive at skill number 6, setting firm boundaries. This is where your preparation meets the pressure. A dealership's process is designed to find the edges of your resolve and push past them. When the salesperson comes back with an offer that is thousands over your limit, your response should be calm and unwavering.
Thank you for working on that for me. Unfortunately, that number is outside of my budget. That's it.
If they push and ask what your budget is, you can maintain your boundary by saying, "I'm not going to negotiate against myself, but I am looking for a price that is much closer to the market research I've done." This skill is especially crucial when you are moved from the salesperson to the finance manager. Finance manager, extended warranties. Finance Manager, paint protection. Finance Manager, VIN, etching.
I appreciate the offer, but I'm going to decline all optional products today.
When comparing a dealership to a private seller, boundary setting is just as important. But the context changes. With a private seller, the pressure is less systematic, but can be more personal.
It sounds like this car has been great for you. Based on my inspection and the market, this is the price I'm comfortable with.
Whether against a professional system or an emotional individual, your ability to hold your line with calm confidence is what keeps you in control. Section 4, Skill 7, Mastering the Strategic Pause. Our 7th skill is one of the most powerful and uncomfortable social tools you can deploy: strategic silence. In a sales environment, silence is a vacuum. The most uncomfortable person will rush to fill it. Here's how to use it. After the salesperson presents a number, the price of the car, the value of your trade-in, the monthly payment, your instinct will be to react immediately. Instead, do nothing. Look at the paper with a thoughtful, neutral expression. Stay quiet for at least 10 to 15 seconds. It will feel like an eternity. In that silence, their mind will start racing. More often than not, they break the silence first, often with a justification for the price, or even better, with a preemptive concession. For example, the salesperson places the 4-square worksheet with numbers written down. You look at it, purse your lips as if in deep thought, and say nothing. You just look at the numbers. After a few seconds of deafening quiet, the salesperson might nervously say, "That's just a starting point, of course." Or, "I might get my manager to approve a little more for your trade-in." They've negotiated against themselves because you were comfortable with the quiet. You didn't have to argue. You just had to wait.
Barista.
In the dealership, strategic silence shows you control the timeline. It stops the sales machine and forces reflection. It is subtle. It is elegant. It is devastatingly effective. The next move is theirs. Section 1, Skill 8, Taming Your Inner Impulses. We now enter our final act, decision, skills, and closing. This is where the deal is made or broken. Our 8th skill is perhaps the most internal and critical of all, managing your emotions. The entire dealership experience is a stage, masterfully designed to provoke your emotions. The thrill of a new car, the fear of missing out on a limited time deal, the frustration of a long day, the impatience to just get it over with. The most dangerous emotion is excitement. You found the car. It's the right color. It has all the features you wanted. It smells new. The salesperson can see the sparkle in your eye. At that moment, you are at your most vulnerable.
This is great. I just need to step outside for a few minutes to think it over.
I'm going to go home and sleep on it. This short break lets the emotional high fade and your rational mind regain control. Another powerful emotion they leverage is fatigue. The process is intentionally long and draining. You're shuttled to the salesperson, to the manager, to the finance office. You're handed confusing paperwork and a barrage of numbers. After several hours, your willpower is depleted and you just want to sign and leave. This is decision fatigue. Recognize it when it happens.
I'm feeling a bit worn out. I'm going to take a break and get some coffee.
This isn't weakness. It's self-awareness and control. Before you go to the dealership, decide on your emotional circuit breaker. This is your pre-planned reason to pause the negotiation. Needing to make a phone call, wanting to grab lunch, having another appointment to get to, or yet down. Tame your impulses so the final purchase is logical. You are buying a car, not an emotion. The deal will almost always be there tomorrow, and it will often be a better one once they know you can't be rushed. Section 2, Skill 9, The Art of Framing Your Offer. With your emotions in check, we move to Skill 9, Framing Your Offer. How you present your price is just as important as the price itself. Blurting out a low number can seem aggressive or unrealistic. That makes the salesperson dismiss you as an unserious buyer. Framing is presenting your offer so it feels logical, fair, and hard to refuse. It's about building a case using the information you've gathered.
Based on my research from KBB and recent sales in this area, I know you need to make a profit, and I need to stick to my budget. How can we get closer to a price of X, which the market data suggests is fair? I'm prepared to sign the papers today for an out-the-door price of X.
This stops hidden fee games and simplifies the negotiation to one clear number. By mastering framing, your offer becomes a compelling, logical, and easy-to-accept proposition. Section 3, Skill 10, Negotiating the Win-Win Close. Our 10th and final skill is negotiating a win-win close. Many people think negotiation is a zero-sum game. The most successful negotiators seek durable agreements where both parties get value. Your goal is not to crush the salesperson. It's to arrive at a deal you are happy with and that they can accept. A win for you, getting the car at a fair, well-researched price. A win for them, making a sale and earning a commission. These goals are not mutually exclusive. The path to a win-win begins with your well-framed offer. The salesperson will likely take it to their manager. They will almost always return with a counteroffer. Don't be discouraged. It's part of the dance.
Thank you for that. We are getting closer, but my research still supports the $25,000 number. Is there anything else that can be done to bridge that gap? If you can get to my out-the-door price, I can give you a top-tier rating on the customer satisfaction survey. I can stretch my budget to my absolute limit of $25,250 out the door. If you can make that work, you have a deal right now.
This shows finality and flexibility. If they accept, you have a win-win. You got the car within your budget, they made the sale. If they refuse, be willing to execute your final boundary. Walk away. A true win-win means knowing when a deal isn't right and having the confidence to say, "Thank you for your time, but it seems we can't make it work today." And leaving. Section 4. The story of the saved Sunday. Let me tell you a quick, true story that shows how these skills work in the real world. A friend of mine, let's call her Sarah, was looking for a specific used SUV. She found the perfect one at a dealership an hour away. Sunday afternoon, near the end of the month, prime time for pressure. She went in armed not with aggression, but with these social skills. She spent the first few minutes building rapport. Skill 4, asking the young salesperson about the photos of his hiking trips on his desk. She listened actively. Skill 1. He mentioned the dealership needed to hit a big monthly sales target, a crucial piece of intel. The car was listed at $28,995. Her research showed fair market at about $26,500. Sarah test drove the car and loved it. Sitting down to talk numbers, excitement was high. She remembered to manage her emotions. Skill 8. The salesperson started with the sticker price. Sarah didn't flinch. She used a strategic pause. Skill 7. Just looking at the paper thoughtfully. The salesperson, uncomfortable with the silence, added, "But that's just the asking price, of course."
I appreciate that. Based on vehicle history and comps within 100 miles, I'm prepared to make a deal today for an out-the-door price of $26,800.
The salesperson took it to his manager. Back and forth negotiation began. They came back at $28,000. Sarah held her ground using labeling. Skill 5. It seems like there isn't much room to move. She stayed calm and friendly. They went back and forth a few more times as pressure mounted. The finance manager stepped in to explain numbers. Feeling fatigue, Sarah used her pre-planned circuit breaker.
I appreciate all the work you're doing. I need to step out for a moment to make a call and clear my head. She stepped out and made the call. The brake reset the power dynamic. 10 minutes later, she returned calm and refreshed. I'm going to stick with my final offer of $27,000 out the door. I know you need to hit your monthly goal. This is a fair offer that gets you one car closer. If that works, we have a deal. If not, I completely understand, and I appreciate your time.
Sarah saved nearly $2,000 and avoided high-pressure add-ons. She drove home without a single shred of buyer's remorse. Section 1, The Power of 10, your new toolkit. We have traveled a significant distance together. We began in the tense, overwhelming arena of the car dealership, but we are not leaving the same way we came in. You are now equipped with a powerful new toolkit. Let's quickly recap the arsenal you now possess. Active listening, asking the right questions, reading the room, rapport, mirroring, labeling, boundaries, strategic pause, managing emotions, framing your offer, win-win close. The immediate benefit is clear. Why? You will save money, but the benefits run much deeper than your bank account. The true power of this toolkit is the elimination of stress and anxiety. Imagine walking into your next negotiation not with a knot in your stomach, but with a quiet confidence. Knowledge is only potential power. Now, and action is where true power is realized. You have the blueprint, but now you must become the architect. Start small and start today. Remember the quick drills we discussed. Here is your call to action. The next time you find yourself in any retail environment, choose one skill from our list and consciously practice it. If you found this guide helpful, the greatest compliment you can give is to share it with someone you know who is dreading their next car purchase. And if you want more practical guides like this one, make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. Remember this as you go forward. You have everything you need to succeed. The dealership is just a room with people in it, and the negotiation is just a conversation. You are now prepared to master that conversation. You are not a target. You are a negotiator. You are not a customer to be processed. You are a partner in a transaction. Walk into that arena, take a deep breath, and know that you are in control. The car you want, at the price you deserve, is waiting for you. Go get it.